Conditions here today, changeable. Yes, that's right, we're changing things. I've now got staff, which basically means I've now got a researcher and a cameraman. I'm here today at the Swan Inn. This is a 6.47 mile walk and it should take 3 hours 8 minutes. Come on. It's a nice big...
Go where the dogs haven't pissed on it.
Producer there telling me I shouldn't be picking where the dogs have pissed on it, but I
have not pissed.
Yeah, these are elevated, so they should be okay. I don't think a dog would run in here. There we go, a nice little pile of wild garlic to put in your meal later. I'll just put it in my pocket.
You are gonna smell.
So today's walk takes us up to a hill fort at Dolbury Warren, then on to Burrington Comb, where there's some caves to explore, and I'll stick my head in one of them. Well, that's the general idea anyway. A short, sharp elevation, and we've got some nice views on the other side of the Mendips. So this is more than 49 steps, it's 159. Nope, producer's just shaking the head. 163. It's a long way. Well, it's not that long. Right, we're on a ridge. It's a perfect place for picnicability, that, isn't it? I'm walking up the embankment now of the outskirts of this fort, medieval fort, and if it's on right on top of the hill, and it's amazing when you look around the landscape, just how they managed to build something like this up here. Quite amazing. This Dolbury Warren, it's an Iron Age fort, and it was once occupied by the Romans as well. Welcome to Boss Wallet. This way. I've got lots of facts, but I'll have to read them first. Oh, that's a bit of a health and safety issue. Some screws there. Well, not able to find Adeline's hole. Apparently she's got a very visible hole surrounded by bushes, but unfortunately it's not to be today. Unless we come over it and we find her somewhere else up this track. Adeline, where's your hole? So that's Burrington Comb, and it's a bit like Cheddar Gorge, and I think that's where Adeline's hole is. So I've miscalculated it, and I've got no historical reference for this particular trig point. I'm sure my researcher can think of something as a historical reference in order to pick this particular trig point episode and bring it up to the usual quality that I demand. Goat Church Cavern, which is right down the bottom of this bit, quite treacherous, but I'll put a picture up here, probably not suitable for someone with my size of feet to fit through. Let's crack on to Blagdon Trig. Oh, it's a bit muddy here. And hopefully it won't thunder and lightning. Oh, steep and slippy. Now that's mud. Ooh. Avoiding thunderstorms and rain over Bristol, but we're nearly at the top of the hill for the trig. Keep going. Well, this should be it. There it is. I can see Blagdon Trig just on the top of the hill, standing proud. Absolutely beautiful views from the top of this one. And I'm not sure if my microphone picked it up, but big dirty cloud coming. Ooh. Well, this is it. Blagdon Trig Point, 325 metres. Whew. Blagged me way up here. Nice one. Viewpoint. Well, the viewpoint is excellent. You can see 360 degrees, bar the dark cloud over there. But you can see right across Somerset, right into the estuary, into South Wales. So a very good distance there. No historical reference. Is there any historical reference here? It's called... That's an ancient monument. We'll get a picture of that in a second. So there is an ancient monument, but we don't know what it is. Does it say what it is? No, keep off. Discovery Index. Well, the Discovery Index here is relatively straightforward. It's covered by paths in every direction. It's very easy to see as it's built up on this, what looks like some kind of cairn. A very easy one to find. This is all public access land, so you can walk anywhere. Oh, I can feel the rain. Conditions deteriorated. Picnicability, not really appropriate at this particular moment in time. I did have a cheese sandwich with onion. Suppose we should make our way down now, apart from this icy cold hail. Directors now left the scene as the hailstone comes tumbling down. This is not the place to get caught out in a thunderstorm. Oh, it's cold. Here we are. Picnicability today. Cheese and onion wrap. So picnicability, this is probably one of the best places to come when it's dry and set up a little picnic up here. It's a lovely place. I'd normally say at this point that I'm not going to go to the pub, but I am going to have to buy support crew lunch today. I am absolutely sopping. I'm sure they won't mind in the pub. There's a drip all over the place. I'm usually drooling somewhere anyway. Trig Point, I suppose, or Blagdon. It was actually a defence mechanism for air defence throughout the war. So they were used decoys, lines of mounds or cairns set to prevent airborne landings on top of the hill as well. Also surviving are 2 control buildings from which the lightning and fire decoys were triggered, basically being a decoy to the enemy or early aircraft detection. There was also that historical monument. Barrows go back to the Bronze Age, and basically they're ancient burial grounds. So now we know. And the sun's come out. How delightful. So we're back, and the stats and the scores on the doors are 7.62 miles and a total time of 3 hours 29, averaging 2.2 miles an hour, which isn't too bad for that particular one, considering we did get caught in a thunderstorm and hailstorm.
And all the talking you do in between.
Yeah. Oh, and a big thank you to Mrs Waywell, who has been a support team director and producer and researcher for this trig.
And hangry.
And very hangry. But I'm going to buy a lunch. So
thanks.
That should make up for it. But yeah, you did quite well filming that, up until the point that the hailstone came down. We're off to the Swan Inn, and we're going to swan off there and enjoy a nice dry, well, semi-dry lunch, and I've got wet underpants.
What? What do you mean?
There's a smell in here.
Forgot about that. Ugh. Wet, pissy, garlic.
Nice. You put it on tea.
Oh, strong. I forgot you had that. You were probably stinking the pub out.
Yeah.